Hello, welcome back. This is Naima Bello speaking, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about printf, the power of printf, how they work. Right now, before we go into this video, it is important to note that there are logic. There's a logic behind the printf that is giving it the power, the ability, right, to function the way to work when we make use of it. Now we are not going to concern ourselves with that logic or the code that is making it work or behave the way it's working, because like I made mention in the introduction to say great developers, they already pre-compiled codes, right? They are there to make our life easy. So all we need, the printf is an example of such code or function, right? So all we need to do or concern ourselves with is just call it, make use of it, and it will do what it's supposed to do. Now, what is the work of this printf function, right? Okay, the reason I made mention of that is to take note that, okay, if we want to make use of this function now, we definitely need to include the stdio.h header file at the top of our program, right? Now, it's inside this stdio.a that the logic that makes the printf work or behave the way they are. So that is why we need to include it at the top of our file, right? So what is the printf function itself? So what does it do? The printf function is used to display information onto the screen of the terminal or console. Onto the screen of the terminal. This is what I mean by the terminal. It is used to display information here onto the screen or the terminal, right? Now, it stands for print formatted, which means we can format the output in a specific way. What are they trying to say? Take a look at this. Let's look at it practically here. So I have a file here named printf.c. So if I go into this file, and inside my file, I have my boilerplate already. If you find what I have on my screen at the moment strange, pause this video, go check out the video on the boilerplate, and then come back to this, right? So I have this ready. So inside this now, I'll call the printf function. It's a function. I want to make use of it. So I call it by its name, right? With the parentheses, open and closing parentheses in front of it, right? So inside this now, the format is used to print format string to the screen, right? So let me pass in Naima Bello here. So if I save and quit this file and I compile this, give it, I'm trying to convert it from human readable to a machine readable, right? The machine will not understand if I don't convert it, so I just compiled it to convert. So if I run this exec, right, I should have an exec file now. So if I run it exec, it's giving me what? Wow, it's printing Naima below to the screen, but we can see that it is printing together with my output, which is making it not look good, right? So if I go back into my file, there are ways we can actually tweak our printf here. There are ways we can manipulate it to work the way we want to work, and that is by working with special, which brings us to the next topic for the day, yeah, which is the escape sequence, which are special characters. Yeah, printf supports these sequences. Yeah, they are the combination that represent non-printable characters or provide specific formatting. For instance, we have the /n, which represent the new line character. We have the /t, which represents a tab character. And we have the slash, which is used to display double quotation marks, right? Now let's get into it. This is what I'm talking about. So we could see the way the output came out. So if I just do /n here, right, and recompile this, definitely, because I made changes, right, then run it, so we can see the output is coming out more beautiful and more clearer now. So that is for the new line. How about for the tab? Let's say I want like 4 spaces here between my name between the namer and the below. So if I do /t here, look at what it will give me. So I definitely need to recompile and then run it. So can we see it's giving spaces 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so for the tab here, sum it will give you 4 spaces, but for here it is giving me 8 spaces, right? So this is how the tab works, the tab and a new line. So how about if I want my output to display something like this, the quotes, then namer, then below, like I want it to display with a quote round them surround, so I want it to display surrounded by the double quotes, right? So that is where the escape, the single slash comes in. So if I want to do that, all I need to do is do slash and then pass in my quotes to indicate that okay, I'm trying to pass in this thing, and at the end of my program I'll pass in the slash and I'll pass in the what, the second quote that will be surrounding it. So let me save and quit, recompile and run it. So can we see the new line is working, the tab is working, and the quotes, right, is working, because the string itself, the printf itself comes with that double quote. So if you want to include a double quote in your output, you need to use the escape sequence. So we can see it's very, very interesting. We actually have the ability and the power to make the machine work the way we want it to work. All we need to do is give it instructions, and that is it. So hope we enjoyed this video. I will see us in the next one. Thank you so much.